And hello and welcome, pool fans from all around the world. We are at the 2025 EPBF Predator European Pool Championships for ladies and seniors. This is day 3 of 8, and we are in the seniors 45 plus 10 ball division. And this is a loser qualification match. The winner here goes on to the final 32, and the loser goes to the stands and waits for the 8 ball coming up, because here at the European Pool Championships they play 14 and 1, 10 ball, 8 ball, 9 ball, and then teams. We are in Assen, Netherlands for this event. And your opponents are from Polska, Dominik Zajak and Markus Kamui from Germany and Poland. And I am George THA. I am in Tucson, Arizona, the USA, and bringing you the live action in this race to 7 10 ball. Winner breaks. Breaking from the box is Dominik. 3 foul rule is in effect. Cue ball was headed to the side pocket, but it was knocked away, and it looks like a dry break. I'm not sure if he can see, if Marcus will be able to see the 1 ball or not. Marcus from Deutschland or Germany. So a classic matchup here. 2 of the top European countries with players. Germany claiming to have some of the best in the world, like Joshua Filler, Ralph Souquet, Torsten Homan. And Marcus here is off to a start, but he has missed a straightforward 2 ball and left a very long shot on this 2 with no open pocket. A possible combo available, more than likely a safety. I like the safety, just kind of clipping the left side, the high side of the 2 ball as you see it on your screen, and trying to get the cue ball behind the 9. You have to hit that with a left-hand English right on the side and just kind of go straight across to about just under the first diamond and just nestle in under the 9 ball. The English kills the cue ball very, very nicely. He went underneath it using the 5 ball. Dominik is a 719 Fargo rated player, and I could not find a Fargo rate for Markus Kamui from Germany. He's only been playing the European Pool Championships now for 4 years. Started in 2022, and he had a final 16 in both 2022 and 2024 in the Dynamic Billiards Pool Championships. On the other hand, this young man here, Dominik from Polska, started playing in 2007. This is his 10th year playing the Pool Championships. He's had a final 16, and then in 2022 and 2023, he had a quarterfinal and a semi in 22, and he had a quarterfinal and a gold medal in 2023. So his game has improved, as his Fargo has, and he's up there pretty close to a pro level at 719. And you know, the Polish team, they have such great players: Konrad Juszczyn, Wojciech Szewczak, Snegoki, Mateusz Snegoki, Viktor Zielinski. What a troop they send over to the U.S. What a troop of players we get to see here and all around the world. This is a nice little layout for the opening game. This 8-ball, this 8-ball is probably in the toughest region you can lay a ball. Anywhere around that top part of the pocket there, the side pocket or the bottom part. Unless you get good position, it's one of the harder places to have a ball lane. Is he going to get around there? A little bit more, and this is why it's hard. Now this becomes a steep cut, and he has to keep the cue ball on the same line. Hopefully trying to lay the cue ball on the lower rail on your screen for the 8 and not get behind the 10. See how careful he was with that? If that pocket was maybe 4 inches further down, that might have hung up. It was coming off the rail. And he's going to get up pretty high, making this a little bit of a tricky 10 ball. Nothing he shouldn't handle. And he didn't handle it. And there's his cue ball, which might be a reason why he didn't handle it. If it was a straight cut, he probably makes the ball. He had the outside spin and cut the ball thick. So he missed the pocket. Now this is actually ends up as a very good safety. It's a well missed ball. Marcus is now faced with a tough shot. He's called it in the corner pocket, one bank. And looks like he's, made the ball. What a shot. What a great shot those are. And to take the first game, Marcus Kamui comes up with a big bank shot. There's a 3-foul rule. These tournaments are sponsored by the Epbf, Predator Group, Iwan Simonis Billiard Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Kamui Brand, Longoni Cues, IBPF. The local sponsors are the Wever Hotel, where it's being held, in KNBB. And the event is played on the Predator Arc Pro Pool Table, 3-piece slate, 4 1/4 inch pockets, and it's covered with Simonis 860 Tournament Blue Cloth and the Aramith Tournament Pro-Cup TV balls. What makes them different is the 4-ball is pink, as is the 12, instead of purple. And here we go in rack number 2. Marcus to break. The German to break. You see the lines, they have to break out of the box, one side or the other. And he's got it right on the middle there, breaking off the rail. 2 balls going to go straight in. Now what's great, and it goes to 6, he makes 2 balls on the break. One of the great things about these European Pool Championships is the fact that they rack the balls, they tap the balls down. So it's like having a template rack in the cloth. You don't have to remove the template rack, you don't have to hand rack them, and they break as good as, if not better than, the template rack. USA, are you listening? What a way to break these. And there's a lot of pool available here in this last quarter of 2025, presented by Predator. You have these championships, and then I'll mention 4 upcoming championships coming up between now and the end of the year, before we get to Las Vegas in February, March. So Predators bring you a lot of pool in the 4th quarter, and all of it is streaming 2 tables for free, and a lot of prize monies. My Lord, in fact, next week in Bali, Indonesia, there's $615,000 worth of prize funds for the World Championships being held there. So Look to Predator bring you some of the best pool in the world with some of the best players in the world, along with some of the best equipment in the world. This Predator arc table is very, very nice. 3-piece slate, different than the one-piece slate for the Apex table. And the reason I like the tapping of the balls instead of a template rack or a hand rack is they are racked so much faster. There's no time moving the template. There's no time moving the rack or tightening up the rack. You just get up there and you put them in place and they all stick together. I haven't seen any balls roll off around the rack area where the balls are tapped. And I've done, this is the 4th Euro Tour I do, or European Pool Championships I do so far this year, and I've yet to see anything, notice any kind of irregularity. Meanwhile, Marcus Kamui is going through this rack like it's going out of style. A nice break and run, and made 2 balls on the break and went on to run the rack. This is a short race to 7. There goes the 1. No, denied. And another dry break by the Polska player, Dominik. No, it's not. He made a ball. Excuse me. I don't know what table I'm watching, but he's missed that one, and that will bring Marcus up. Everything, well, he's got a problem with the 4 ball. It's up the 5 ball by the 8. You'll have to excuse me, I sometimes confuse the 4 ball and the 5 ball as they appear on my monitor. Which is why I like purple 4 balls, but this is the TV set for Aramith. He's got a good shot here to run the, oh, I don't know if he can get to the pink ball or the orange ball by the 8 to move it. Or if he wants to move it to play the 5-8 combo, he's going to try to move it. No. Now he's in a tough place. Does he play the straightforward bank shot and stop the cue ball for the 6? Or does he look for a safety? He's looking at this combo. I'd be looking at that bank shot with a stop. It's just off the rail. It's a nice stop shot for the 6. Well, matter of choice there in his choice. He didn't execute what he chose. That was a tricky combination shot, and the fact that he had to cut the ball so much just made it that much harder. Oh, he brought that around with perfect speed. He's going to have a little bit of an angle, so he's going to have to try to hold this on the 7 or run the cue ball around. Ooh, dangerously close to coming off the table there. He doesn't have to get up close to the 8. He can just go back and forth and make sure he stays on the left side of the table for this 8 ball. It's kind of over the pocket. He's overcut the 7. And he left the cue ball in a very tough place for the 8. But this young senior at 45 plus, that's not really seniors. I'm used to seniors being 55, 65. I don't call 45 seniors. I think 45, you're in the prime of your life. In fact, I think at 45, I probably played some of the best pool in my life. And that would have been the early 90s. And off to a 3-0 start. And the break to make it 4 if he can. He had one break and run. And he wants the cue ball cleaned. Something I recommend between racks is to always wipe down the cue ball. Too bad you can't have your shirt untucked, because that's the best way I wipe it off when I'm playing. Is with my shirt. I'll wipe it off. Occasionally I'll keep a towel next to my cue bag or case. Depending on the types of chalk you use, they'll get all over the cue ball. But now with Predator chalk, they have the pure and one other that just is really, you don't have that problem with. But there's some name brand chalks available also that work as well, or they work well too also. But Predator has a chalk for that. They also have a cue for that, and tips for that. Breaking off, game 4. There goes a 7. No 7. And it doesn't look like a shot's available on the 1, as the 9 ball is in the direct path of the cue ball in the 1. It's so enjoyable to call these matches here for the European Pool Championships. I just got done with the World 10-Ball Championships over in Ho Chi Minh City, and that was quite a tournament. If you guys missed it, go back and watch it on YouTube and ProBilliardTV. You had some fantastic matches. The final match was to die for. The semifinal between Shane Van Boning and Alex Kazakis was a treat with a shootout you wouldn't believe. I won't give it away, but Go back and watch. I'm very close to a legend there, Greek and Norway. Nice angle on this 2 to go to the 3. Oh, this layout is very, very nice. A little bit of 2 ways you can shoot this. You can play it with 2 rails and go across the line or come straight up. And that's the second time he's left the ball out of the pocket along the same lines, pushing the English into the ball. He left this last rack, I believe, and lost the rack. Looking for a safety. Well, he played a 2-way. He didn't play a safety. I thought he was playing safe, but then he saw that 2-way shot, held the cue ball behind the 5-6, and used pocket speed to pocket the ball, the bank shot. And the Deutschlander landing some good shots and about to take, laying good to take rack number 4. Has to avoid the 10. .50-yard line, either pocket he chooses. Gets in position. This one has the possibility of a scratch, actually cutting it to both corner pockets. He's going to have to use some English to avoid a scratch. It's one of those ugly 50-yard liners. Well, he can follow this. He has to be careful with it. He has to use that high English to make sure he gets underneath that side pocket. Yeah, he's laying right to go straight sideways, so you have to have high English on this. You will beat the scratch. It looks like he's going for the cut to the side pocket, and he is, and it's going to cost him. Yeah, see, there's a shot right there that a good friend once told me, because I had a shot similar, and he said, don't be afraid to shoot it. Just look at it and make sure you can get by it. He says a lot of guys won't shoot it because they're afraid of looking stupid and scratching in the pocket. The scratch isn't there if you English the ball correctly. Look at this safety. But I don't think he was playing the safety. In fact, I think Marcus would rather see him made the ball. It's just a miss 9-ball and a getaway cue ball. This is tough to hit. Very tough to hit. He was going 2 rails at it, and there was a pocket in the way. Two balls left on the table, ball in hand. And the Polish player will get a game on the scoreboard. 1-3. The 14-1 ended yesterday, I believe, and the 10 balls started today. And in this division, Jorge Tinoco from Portugal won the gold medal in the 45 plus 14-1. And I just saw he's on the winner's side in this division of the 10 ball, running hard and is awaiting 16 players here from this round of the loser round 3. We'll go into the final 32, and there's 16 players from the winners qualification waiting for them. So yeah, this round gets you to the final 32. You win, you're in. You lose, you're out. And Jorge Tinoco, the 14-1 champion, is waiting. One of the 16 players waiting. Just about a player from every country as I look around there. You can go to epbf.com and find all that information for the brackets. You can click on the player's name and it'll give you the pool championships that he's played in, the Euro Tours, for every year. For instance, Dominik this is his 10th year playing in these pool championships, our Euro Tours, started in 2007. Has 1 gold medal, 2 quarterfinal finishes, and 1 semi-final finish. His opponent, that's leading at the moment, 3-1, this is his 4th year playing the championships, and he has 2 final 16 finishes. But this is a short race to 7, which amplifies any mistakes. Dominik looking good to take these through, to finish these off. Remember, 2 of his runouts earlier, he gave up 2 games on 2 missed unforced errors, let's call them. I like the rail first here because it keeps you away from the side pocket. He's done a good job with it. It looks like someone is settled in, or settling in, and looking to take 1 back and only be trailing by 1 game. And Dominik does just that, closes out the rack, stayed solid through the whole run out, and now trails 2-3. Deutschlander to break. You know, I don't see them break off the rail too often, but both these are breaking off the rail. And it looks like it's going to be another dry break with no shot on the one. A good push would just be to the high side of the 10 ball. And then looking to leave the cue ball behind the 6 if you get it back. But then your opponent's going to have the same shot to get the cue ball behind the 6-8. Looks like he can cut the ball. I didn't think he could see it. He can cut it thin and come down 2 rails behind the 7. Oh, he caught it very, very thick. Hasn't given up a shot. An offensive shot. But Marcus will have to find a way to play safe here. He could follow, just bank the ball up to the right-hand upper corner pocket and bring the cue ball down behind the 6-8, just kind of like this. Oh, he got just past the side pocket where the jump cue will not help. And looks like he can go rail first for this with a little bit of, yeah, just a little bit of a spin. Right from there is where he's going. Yeah, all his kicking angles are pretty much blocked. Except for this one. And oh, I thought it was going to come back on top of the 4 ball there, but it didn't. Left the shot. Here's a thin cut, or a good safety. Chose the safe, and it's going to be a good one. He's going to have to hit that and bend the cue ball down. He's going to have to hit a little higher than that because that might catch the 10 ball where he just aimed. He's calling the bank shot across. Well, he's got a problem to contend with, the 6 and the 8. And the 7's no picnic. It only has 1 pocket available. The upper right. Marcus has been pretty tidy with the cue ball, so gets on this 3 ball good. And things open up pretty well. He could go from the 4 to the 4 to the combo there, the 6-8. Open it up and have the 5 in the side. Just kind of move either the 6 or the 8 a little bit to create a shot and open up the problem ball. Well, now he's going to have to shoot this to the corner pocket if he wants to take the 5 on to get on the 6. Yeah, I would have been looking to use the 4 ball to open up the 8 very softly with a good angle and have the 5 and come back for the 6. But this is going to work for him as far as pocketing the ball. Can you get the cue ball back to the short side of the 6? That might go. Or you can go 2 rails above it to the other side. Yeah, just like this. And he got to the short side. Look how tidy he was. Well, he's got a good safety. Didn't get a shot on the 6, but he got a safe. Oh, he did probably better. This ball is very, very hard to hit. Oh, that was awfully close, but I believe it was a bad hit. But I'm not going to be calling it. They have to call that. By the way the balls moved, it appeared the 9-ball moved. Yep. It appeared the 9-ball moved forward instead of directly to the side. Had he hit the 6 first, they would have acted completely different. The 6 would have gone towards the pocket. The 9 would have come straight to the rail instead of going towards the corner. Missed it by about a 1/16 of an inch. That long kick shot for the 6. And now he's playing short rail shape here. Perfect. Mr. Kamui looks to play some pretty darn good pool here, as he is outplaying Dominik Sajak. And now he's about to lead 4-2 when he pockets his 10-ball. Kamui won the first 3 games in a row, lost the next 2, and then just won game 6, and leads 4 games to 2. And it looks like he's going to take a short break. And we'll go over some of the sponsors for this tournament. Predator Group. Go to PredatorCues.com and you can see all the products they have for sale. Anything in pool is made by Predator. And it's all quality equipment. This Predator Arc table is new for Europe and Asia. It's not in the United States yet. But maybe we'll see it in Vegas come this spring in 2026. Iwan Simonis Billiard Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Kamui Brand, Longoni Cues, and IBPF. And coming up, there's going to be 8 days of pool in Gandia, Valencia, Spain, November 25th through the 2nd. The Men's International Open 10-ball and Women's Open and Mixed Doubles. But coming up in Bali next week, the 7th through the 13th of October, 7 days in Bali. Enjoy the weather, enjoy the beach, but it's going to be the WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championships with $250,000 in prize fund. The Predator WPA Women's 10-Ball Championships with 64 of the best women players in the world, $175,000 prize fund. And then you're going to have the first time WPA Men's Doubles, 24 teams with $190,000 prize fund. So some great money available coming up. And then in December, you have Predator bringing you some more action in Jacksonville, Florida, USA. December 16th through the 21st, you have the WPA Women's World 9-Ball Championships. And then a Men's Open and a Jack's Mixed Doubles Open. And then, of course, you have Las Vegas in the spring. And the change of venue, it'll be at the Westgate and not the Rio. So if Predator isn't doing enough for you to watch streams, I don't know who would be. But take a look at their products, the events, their pro team on their website, which players they sponsor, what equipment they use, what accomplishments and achievements they have, how long they've been playing for Predator, their age. All kinds of information is available on that website. It's kind of fun to go through. And in this alternate break format, Dominik Zając is the way it's pronounced in Polish, according to Google Translate. I would pronounce it Sajak, but from the spelling. Breaking from the box. 6 ball. Oh, it drops, but guess what else fell in? The measle ball, right down the drain. Ball in hand for his opponent, Markus Kamui from Germany. Nice spread on the break. I'm telling you, it's just... Markus has a break and run, and he's got, I believe it was a 6 or 7 ball run in one of the other games. So this is very, very, for the 3 to the 4. Yeah, he gets on his 3 ball good and gets on the 4 ball good. It should be easy to get to the 5. The angle on the 4 is going to matter quite a bit, so he can easily get on the 5. And he's left the cue ball where he can come down and take care of the 4. The 5 is up by the side pocket. Or did I get him mixed up again? Yes, I did. That's the 4 ball he has to come up for. He should just go ahead and shoot this 3 ball to the corner with some right spin and go 2 rails. Just to the left of the 9 ball for the 4 ball on the side. Did he leave it out? Ooh, I thought that might hold out. I thought it was right at the point or the knuckle of the ball. He didn't go far enough. Ouch. So now he's going to looking at giving up 6 balls if he leaves a shot here. A little bit of spin. He caught the ball. He's going to use the 9 ball. It's going to work out for him very, very well. Clipped a couple of balls and ended up behind the 9. He's going to have to go just past the 10 and catch the bottom rail. Oh, he's going to jump. This is a good ball to kick. But it's going to work out very, very nice as the jump shot yields him another safety. Good jump shot. Pays to hit him. And they can see that one. That one doesn't pay to hit it. Didn't hit the wrong ball. And with ball in hand, he paid more attention to the position than pocketing the ball, and he's hung it up. And that's one of the things that every player should always do, is practice shooting shots that are deep in the pockets. They are hard to play position out of. And as you see there, he missed the entire ball. Played it rail first, missed the ball, cut the corner of the pocket, and gave up ball in hand. Instead of a tidy win, he gets to go back and sit in his chair. And that's just a product of being comfortable and maybe not even being nervous enough to really focus in. That's one thing about pool. The focus is so important. The intensity is so important. If you don't have those two things, you're going to generate results like what we just saw. And all of a sudden, instead of a 5-2 lead, which is in a race to 7, you never have a comfortable lead, but it is alternate break, so it is a decent lead. You have to make errors to not be able to win the match. The intensity hurts. And instead of, like I said, instead of being 5-2 up, he is now only up 2 games. I'm sorry, only up 1 game. I never was much for addition and subtraction, but I can read a scoreboard. Big break here. He's had 1 break and run. He's had a couple of dry breaks. They both have had dry breaks. He had 1 break. On the break and run, he made 2 balls on the break. There goes the 3 ball. Shot on the 1 is a tough one. A mess with the 2 and the 9. But it looks like it'll play. So what do you do with the 1 here? He's going to play the combo, or is he going to play the carom? He played the carom and didn't come close to it. I'm sorry. But he hasn't left anything easy. Let's call the 1 to the corner pocket past the 8. Long shot past the 8. And hit it to the left side of the pocket there. Looks like he can go rail first off the short rail. He'll want to spin this ball pretty good, and it'll catch and come up between the 7 and the 8 and end up right about where he's going to put his hand. Oh, he cut it full, very full. He's got the nicest angle to pocket this 9 ball. I think it pockets. It could catch the corner and just stay there, but I'm pretty sure it'll catch a piece of the 5 if he hits a 2 full. Bringing the cue ball back a little. Yeah, he went straight in. Good shot. Well, a little harder and he gets the 2 ball in play. And those are little things you got to think about on straightforward combos like that. Is where's that 2 ball going to land? Playing safe. Oh, is he going to nestle this? He did. What a shot. Got to hit the 2 ball here with a kick shot. Solid hit. And it's going to stay pretty. That's a nice shot. Good speed on the kick. He hit it solid and got it down behind some cover. A little bit of the 8 covers it up. A thin cut here. And he comes all the way around to the 10 ball behind the 10-7. Cut it nice and thin. Don't hit the 6. The other way, and he goes behind the 10-7. Big landing area all along the long rail there for the safety. Instead, Dominik has this 2 ball to the side and now an open table. No problems. This is something that a 719 Fargo rated player should work out very, very easily and very, very consistently. But it is tournament play, it is an arena, and you are under the Predator Arena lights. And sometimes that can mess with your stroke, as in nerves. It's called pressure. Some people feel it a lot. Some people feel it very little. Some can perform well, some not so well. Nice roll up on the 7 in the side. Should be able to hold for the 8. He could also hit it with some speed and go 2 rails to play the 8 in the corner. Hit a lot of 7 there. He didn't have to hit that much. He hits it better and he goes 2 rails and plays the 8 ball in the same corner. Gonna have to come across the table here. There's a side pocket there. And fortunately, he found just the knuckle of it. And we are tied at 4. Couple of mistakes now by the Deutschlander. And the Pole has tightened it up with the break. Tied at 4, race of 7. If you've just joined us, we are in Assen, Netherlands, at the Bonte Wever Hotel, Stadsbroek 17. For information on these tournaments, www.epbf.com/tournaments. And it does not look like anything went down. He's got an open one ball, but the cue ball is up against the ball, the 3, and he's going to have to elevate for a very tough shot. I just bank this softly to the head rail and try to leave the cue ball in the middle of the table or behind the 4 ball. It looks like the pink ball. Just like that. Although it leaked out a little bit, so Dominik will have a nice slice on the 1 with the cue ball behind the 9. Well, he tried to get up against the 9, but I like trying to get in there 2 rails. He did it very nicely. Good speed on the 1 ball to use that whole wall behind the 10 and the 3 there for cover. This gives a 2-rail kick. A lot of the pros will make this shot because the pocket's big with the 8 ball there. A lot of the top pros will make this shot. He got underneath it. Made a good hit. Did not give up ball in hand. So that part of the shot was great. The other part of the shot is that his opponent can either play safe or go for the shot. He's going to back cut it. And he has 3 or 4 balls he can get behind if he misses. Missing was not even a thought in his head. Well, that 5 ball might be a problem. It looks like the only pockets available is that one side pocket he just shot the 3 into. He's chosen to play position for the combo, for the 5-8. With this kind of position, it's a high percentage combo. Now just get the cue ball to the middle of the table. If you're watching on YouTube and are in the chat, please enjoy it. And you're enjoying it, give us a like, give us a share. We'll be here with other matches, and we'll be here for 5 more days. 2 streaming tables out of Assen, the Netherlands. Nice, just bring this along the side long rail there for position on the 10. Very, very nicely done. And ball in hand position. And now he leads 5-4 after winning the last 3 games in a row and winning the last 5 games of the last 6. Great job by Jimmy Rorung, our producer for these matches. Keeps everybody in line, gives you guys some great camera shots. Look, again, he makes 2 balls, maybe 3 on the break. Did he make 3? There's 7 balls. Yeah, he made 3 balls on the break with an open shot on the 1. The 2 ball has a open pocket. Both side pockets are open. And actually just coming with this shot and coming straight down, just a hint of inside, he can play the 2 ball to the right-hand side pocket. He overcut the ball. And he may have come way too far with his cue ball. But if he cuts that ball and makes it, his cue ball would have been perfect on the 2 ball. But he overcut it, so it ran about a foot and a half too much. Dominik with the same type of shot. He can actually come all the way down and just miss the 6 on the right side and play the 2 ball to the side pocket. He can play it to the corner. He'll be straight in. What a time for this guy to find his rhythm and stroke and come from behind. He was trailing 4-2. Rattled off 3 straight games and looks to get on the hill here. Get the cue ball where his hand is, and he'll close this rack out for sure. Got to stay with his shot. Four games in a row. Only one break and run in the match. But the man from Polska has just won the last 4 games for a 2-game lead in a race to 7. And on the hill. Breaking from the corner of the box. 1 ball straight on, 8 ball to the side. He may be able to cut this ball in the side pocket, but he has to worry about that scratch in the corner. It's very thin and very dangerous. Hits it thick, he could miss it and scratch. Hits it thin, he may be able to beat the scratch and catch the long rail and go 2 rails for this 2 ball. Oh, hello, 5 ball. Or 4 ball, excuse me. I told you at the beginning I excused myself because the 4 and the 5 look very much the same from this angle right here, especially on the monitor. Will this be his only break and run of the of this match? That's every player. When he comes to the table, you're thinking control the ball and run this rack. Control the break and run the rack. And he's got a great opportunity to do just that. His body language is very positive around the table, as his rhythm is. It looks like he's straight in here for a shot, for a stop shot. Something made him uncomfortable. He wanted to make sure. And he does the right thing. He gets up and takes a second look and then readdresses. Another stop shot for the 9 of the side. And just a small follow, and he's on the 10. Don't know quite what to say about that one. Was it nerves? Or was it the fact that he wanted to go down and come back up and paid more attention to that than the shot? Fortunate to leave this 7 ball the way he did. Well, it's not going to leave anything in easy, but it's going to be just make this ball down the rail, and the cue ball ends up in the perfect straight-in shot for the same pocket on the 9. The whole shot is set up for it. Well, he gave himself an angle. He's going to have a choice. Does he give up a little bit of distance for the simple position, or does he put some right low on it and go around the table? I like the inside English and staying below the side pocket with the English. He went around. It's going to work out nicely. Very, very nicely. And Dominik from Poland goes on into the final 32 to move on in this tournament. And Markus Kamui from Germany is going to get ready to play some 8-ball because his 10-ball tournament is over with 2 losses. And we want to thank you from Predator and from the European Pool Championships. Hope you enjoyed the match. Please come back and see us. This has been George Teachea in Tucson, Arizona, the USA. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned and watch some more great pool by Predator.